I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
We are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we are watching new content from Kaguya-sama Love is War. I am unsure what that is. I don't know if it's a season. I maybe movie. It's season 25 on Crunchyroll.
According to Crunchyroll, this is season 25.
And there's two things, 25 minutes each, and I love Kaguya-sama Love is War, so I'm excited for new Kaguya-sama Love is War content.
We completely didn't expect and literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, is there going to be another season? After our last discussion, we were told that, okay, that probably was not the end of the series. It has a lot more to go.
We both said that we thought it was the end,
yeah,
though, so that's kind of embarrassing.
Very, but it wasn't, and I'm happy about it. So, here we are. Any thoughts before we get into it? I don't know what it's going to pick up immediately after.
I'm hoping that it picks up immediately after. Okay, I don't want to put any expectations on it because I'm kind of just excited.
I just want to enjoy it.
I'm still like in that feeling of being so surprised and shocked that this exists.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I kind of just want to hold on to that going into it.
I don't even know if it's like a React thing to do. It could just be like a OVA fun thing. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. December 20th. Ishigami. Turn it up. Christmas mode. Right after.
Was that an indecent thought? It's a Christmas movie.
Pesu? I'm so happy.
Look, oh, Chico was on that. Kaguya's dress is gorgeous. How is everyone else gonna react to this?
Good question. Did you see the closing of the book with the wedding ring on, though? Yeah?
Oh, that whole dilemma of do I need to ask?
What's the label? Cherry boy. Yes.
The boyfriend-girlfriend battle. Who's gonna check? Dainty. Oh my god. Psychological balance hits the sweet spot.
I love it. Ultra rare.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Is that what this movie's for?
Ah.
Come on, Kashiwagi. We need you. You're the expert.
What an interesting shot.
She has spy cameras in everyone's rooms.
Hayasaka, you mean?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Spit take.
She acknowledges what she did now. Sleep deprived.
What a visual. Oh my god. 2 straight days of 0 IQ.
You can't have a serious conversation with her like this.
Okay.
This is Ishigami's dream.
Mini donuts, yeah.
No left for her. Now's the time.
But also Miko Ino could come in. That's how we need to treat each other as humanity.
You're breathing, we're the same.
Yeah. Oh my god. I feel like I'm playing Doki Doki. Three days until Christmas Eve.
Final romantic battle of
This
minds.
year's too.
Indecent, Ishigami. That should not be in this room.
A shot, an
We've
opportunity.
seen that background before.
That's a big ask.
Don't say no.
Who is recording all of this?
Come over. Come over.
That means family too, though, okay?
But her room.
Oh. No!
It's because Ino's mind is there all the time. You've heard this thing she listens to on her headphones.
2 different parties? But she understands.
Oh, wow.
Are you
Uh-huh, that's what they're doing. Yes!
I am so happy.
To be back. Flight risk. Studying abroad, grown-up kiss. Need that boyfriend and girlfriend question.
True.
That's what I was wondering.
It would awaken a sleeping tiger.
Oh god. Oh. That's so true, freaking though!
He's most serious about my future with him.
This doesn't
Okay,
feel
let's appreciate
good.
it. Let's appreciate it. Whoa. This show has the best outros of any show that we watch.
And I feel like if you watched them all now in order, it'd feel like a story.
That was the first part I am getting the impression of a movie. Mm-hmm. And it is Kaguya-sama, Love is War. And I missed this world, man. You know what I missed most? Not the world. I didn't miss most I missed the writing and the pacing. And like it's so unique and it's so perfect and great at what it's trying to do. And it always hits for me. Like it always lands.
I feel really silly now to have thought at the end of the last content we've gotten to feel that there wasn't going to be any more. And this episode completely showed me why there needed to be more. And that was Kaguya's conversation with herself in her brain.
It would have done a disservice to the intelligence that was shown to us for each character to the point of the end of season 3. If they had ended it there. And it wouldn't be consistent.
The whole fact of Kaguya's father. Like, in what world could we just believe that Kaguya would be able to go to Stanford easily with Miyuki.
No, you're right.
After they kissed, you know? And to have those kind of lines like, to wake the sleeping tiger, you should be grateful that you've been able to distance yourself this much.
Yeah.
Like, Kaguya has almost her it's almost like she's on a leash, and she's been able to get as far away as possible so that she can maybe enjoy some things or do some things for herself.
Yeah. And the more distance from her dad, the more she's enjoying her life right now.
But the more distance she puts between them, the more likely it is that he'll notice and he'll pull her back.
Yeah.
So to have that idea where I'm like, why did I mean, her dad was this thing that was brought up since season 1, and we never have gotten any real confirmation of what he actually feels toward her, or any kind of rekindling of an actual good relationship between them. And I'm like, that's a loose end.
Dude,
that I forgot about because I was so excited about them kissing, and I was like, now they're gonna be together.
Every time they take a small step into the waters of Kaguya's father, I can't handle it. Like, I get so emotional, and they do it so well. And you're right that I feel stupid as well for not thinking about how that is such she's not gonna be on a leash anymore. She's gonna be on a Find My iPhone now, you know, she's not gonna be able, if she was in America, there would be no control really that he'd have over her, even though that he is not with her all the time. He knows what she's doing all the time. I mean, that's for sure.
They literally have family rules and mottos on artwork around their house. It is so ingrained in her to live a certain way, and he expects her to live and abide by these rules. And if he were to notice that she wasn't, well, that's probably a betrayal to him.
Yeah.
That he would automatically, maybe even I don't know if homeschool's a thing, but she would be risking a lot by trying to get further away from him than she already has managed to do. She'd be risking being put basically into a cage and losing out on even friendships that she has, maybe.
Yeah. The intro is the best thing I've ever seen. Ishigami was Harry Potter for a second. Okay. And you see?
Yeah.
And Miyuki was Jimmy Fallon for a second too.
No.
The intros and outros of the show are so amazing. And then at the end of the intro, my biggest takeaway was it's closing a book, right? And then on that book is 2 rhinestones and a wedding ring, it looks like.
Yeah.
Is that Kaguya?
I mean, I love that we're getting
Memory.
kind of the nail polish and the little additions to the nails, because it's a callback to when she first did her nails.
Uh-huh.
But the wedding band obviously is are we seeing, is this okay, now I guess it's confirmation in a way that they do end up getting married. And this is us seeing how they possibly get there. This
paired with the way that they directed the phone camera viewing of certain scenes makes me feel more than ever that this whole story is being told to me by somebody in universe.
The memory.
Exactly. And it's so good, dude. I some of the shots and then the stills of characters that I don't know, man. It's so creative and interesting, and is this this has to be true. This has to be canon, right? There has to have been a manga to produce this. I'm sorry, I don't buy that an animation studio alone would be able to to match and then even go further with the production quality and the originality of what we've come to know as Kaguya-sama Love is War. Everything is so creative, and if it is just the animation studio, more power to you, but I have trouble believing it because it is so good and so well done, and I'm so happy to be back.
I think it has to be, I mean, the whole story definitely has to be canon to me because of the ideas that I feel silly for not thinking about prior.
Yeah.
With the whole ending sequence of Kaguya battling within her own mind. But it all felt so good. I especially liked this like super rare Kaguya.
Yeah.
Just because it was just so cute. And I think what I really appreciated was it was kind of comedic, but I think I appreciated it on this like level of seriousness that they were like, this is what she really looks like to everyone else.
Oh yeah, me too.
You know?
Yeah.
I so appreciated that little like touch of like, hey, yeah, I know we drew her looking really cute and cartoony.
And we're drawing everybody else matching that cartoony Kaguya's eye line.
How
like,
she really looks.
Yeah. It again adds to the whole like image of this being a story told to us from like a character who knows how everybody's actually feeling, you know?
It makes it seem like this is being told by Kaguya.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't she be imagining and seeing herself in the form that she sees herself within her mind?
Yeah. The whole like sex bit was killing me, dude. I like that.
It's just like, because these characters and just hearing them like talk about it or say those words, it's just so funny to me.
Do you remember back in like season 1, we were like, oh, that Kashiwagi character, pretty cool. It'd be cool if they came back. Like, it's such like an important through line into this entire series, and I'm so happy that Kashiwagi exists.
Kashiwagi's place as a device makes so much sense, not only because of like she makes sense because of other characters that have been added into the story, like, you know, the cousin, Maki.
Yeah.
And, you know, so she makes sense because of that, but she also makes sense because she is kind of the go-to, the one with experience. She's the only person in universe that has any actual experience with love or having a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So of course, when Kaguya goes to someone for advice, she's just gonna get advice from what other people have read from things or seen from movies or heard from someone else. But she actually has a source. Mm-hmm. And so I love Kashiwagi continuing on as this source. And I also love that we've seen her prior kind of look out for Kaguya and be maybe more aware of Kaguya's feelings than Kaguya even was. And then here in this moment of this phone call, I love that when Kashiwagi realizes that it's a serious conversation, we get pulled out a little bit and you can see that she's sitting in a little, you know, I feel like the whole way she's posed.
Yeah.
And then how you don't even see a facial expression, but you could just tell that she's like, okay.
I gotta shelf my like shyness,
my
and
embarrassment,
because
my
I understand
shyness.
that to her this is important, and I'm going to take it seriously.
And she wouldn't ask me such personal questions unless this was like something really serious, and she trusts me.
2 months, 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
So good.
How they did Kashiwagi's eyes when she said 40 seconds. Yeah. I was like, this whole thing is making me crack up.
Dude, they are so. This whole show is so unapologetic in its way of going full throttle. They never like ever like just like touch on something. They will go all the Miko Ino Ishigami Heart in the Lost and Found if it's not taken in 3 months. I like fuck you, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Fuck you. That's like I'm like, oh my god, dude.
But it makes so much sense because of their last interaction in the last, like, episode sequences.
I know, but I just don't...
What he does for Miko with the fireworks.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, if that wasn't one of the most romantic things that's ever been done to Miko in her life, like, I don't know what it is.
Do you want to know why I'm okay with it?
And the flower.
I'm only okay with it because of how Miko is acting. She's not, like, looking for that or wanting that, or there's no like, love that romantic love right now in Miko's heart towards Ishigami, in my opinion, and that's why I'm okay with it. It's not, you know, that's why I like it.
Why I'm okay with it is because I feel like it was planted with so many reasons why in the future. I think I said when we first met Miko, I think I had said to you in a discussion that I felt like it seemed like they could be a couple in college or like later on that they would end up being together.
Yeah.
And I think I still kind of feel that this isn't an immediate, oh, this is the journey of them falling in love. That it still seems like there were some seeds, some stones to walk on to get to a point where they could maybe fall in love with each other.
Where I am on a differing side, which rarely happens in autosave, of being like, not every character that we have needs to fall in love with each other, and I think that it's intentionally put there loosely, but it should never happen. And I'm like, okay, this is a pretty fucking great like middle finger to me, in the sense that it's like, it's not real right now. It's not happening, but we are going to show you that it's right there and it could happen. Like, and it might happen, but this whole 3 month and, you know.
And what it does, this whole scene, we see Miko's perspective, we see Tsubame's perspective, but we don't see Ishigami's.
Yeah.
Like, so it's this question of, in 3 months, how's Ishigami gonna even feel toward either of them, you know?
Yeah. The how obvious it is that Ishigami has the crush on Tsubame to everybody, like, in the student council, makes me feel like it inevitably won't work. But I don't know, because I love Tsubame, and I think that my intuition is thinking that 3 months down the line, Tsubame and Ishigami will feel like they are really great friends.
Right, and I think that there's dialogue choice, there's word choices.
Yeah.
Crush is being used for Ishigami, but in love is being used for Kaguya Miyuki.
Correct.
And it's like, yeah, Tsubame might be a crush for Ishigami, but who's to say, like, while you have a crush on someone, that you couldn't realize you actually love someone else, or fall in love with someone else, fall in love with Tsubame? There's still... It's like the beginning start line of just kind of being interested in getting to know someone. And so we're being shown these two drastically different stages.
Yeah.
In seriousness.
I love this show, man. I love that we got the bringing back of the judge in the courtroom of Kaguya's.
I was so happy by that too.
Easily one of my favorite moments of this entire series.
From like a prior episode. I also loved that sequence.
Yeah. I like that the, I guess, decision that we've made on the relationship with Miyuki's more than friends, less than lovers, because it's not like, oh my god, we kissed, so now we have to get married right now, or like do other things right now. It's like, okay, we can take this at our own pace, regardless of us ending with ice on the screen. Right.
Everything was kind of going in a good direction until Ice was accused of never loving Miyuki.
You know what, though?
That's what broke it all.
That's so true. Like, that whole, like, conversation, I was like, this is so important and so right. And they've written it in such a way that I'm like, yeah, I can see that the other Kaguyas could feel like Ice doesn't even want this to happen,
because she's being so dismissive, so against, critical.
But she's being that way because of how important it is to her,
and how scared she is of it being gone.
Yeah,
she doesn't want to. Like, she's trying to save it.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to make any, like, crazy La La Land risks that are going to completely ruin everything.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think that the whole point of it being a game and, like, who's gonna lose, right? Like, it's a lot of fun to think about. And I think that, like, at the end of the day, it's not what they're, like, portraying it to be, in the sense that, like, I don't think either of the characters are going to resolve this issue at the end of the day by being like, oh, I'm the one who won. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I think that Ice Kaguya is part of that perception of it being a game, not because it's a game, but because there's real stakes there in her mind, that whole first kiss and you giving it to him rather than him giving it to you is seemingly a very crucial part in how stable the relationship would be going forward and what it would mean for them going forward.
Well, think about it. Ice has witnessed Kaguya herself, a different version of herself, I guess, within her own mind, not only making the step of the kiss themselves, but also being like, and I will also go to America with you.
But
like, you're giving all of this, like.
And it's hard because it's like, on one hand, I'm like, oh my god, I love everybody and just want people to be happy, right? But it wouldn't be true to Kaguya's character if it was just like, yes, I will do everything you say, Miyuki, and I'm so happy to be in love with you now. Kaguya's a strong person.
We get to be together now.
Yeah, Shinomiya, like she is her own independent person, and that's why those two love each other in the first place, because they're both their own independent people.
And she also shouldn't go to Stanford just because Miyuki's going to Stanford. Like, obviously, if she, in a perfect world, if she could go wherever she wanted, she needs to have more of a reason than, oh, but Miyuki's gonna be there.
I have a question for you. Do you think this sets up the possibility of Miyuki realizing through himself and for himself, that asking Shinomiya to come to the States with him should not have been done in that way, and he will inevitably say to Shinomiya that, okay, I'd love for you to come, but it was selfish of me. You're not following my life. You're living your own, and I want to be with you and make it work.
He could also become aware that it almost seems like an ultimatum for their relationship to even work.
Yeah.
Like, he's almost saying, I want to be with you. You come to the States with me, as if they can't be together, or it won't work, or he won't try as hard if they aren't going to be in the same place.
Yeah.
And so I think that you're kind of hitting on something that could possibly happen, is that he's going to have an awareness of what the gravity is that he has asked of her.
Yeah.
And that it is more than just a love-filled, exciting, oh yes, let's travel together and let's go away. Like, it. And he thinks he's ticked the boxes. He's like, oh, I already asked if you could get a recommendation letter and all of this stuff. He thinks that he has already ticked the boxes. But what he's forgetting is that she has a family. She has an independent life. She has her own wants and needs. And obviously her father's role in this whole thing. And I think that you bringing up the possibility that Miyuki could come to an awareness of what he's asked, and also what Kaguya might interpret it as a possible ultimatum is a probability.
We need a courtroom of Miyuki. I don't actually mean that. They're different characters and it wouldn't work the same, but it would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, for him to try to have some realizations like that. Dude, I love this show. I'm happy to be back.
I'm happy to be back too. Really happy because of that there were loose ends. That I'm like, oh, okay, now that I realize from this episode what loose ends had been there, that I, in my love-filled happiness momentum, forgot about.
Yeah.
Because they kissed. The balloons. It was the most romantic thing. My love brain was going crazy that I just forgot about the loose ends.
We're not, like, privy to much information. We watch what's up on Crunchyroll, and there was no more up, and it ended in a kiss. So I was like, could it be the end?
Honestly, for romance animes, if it ends even with them holding hands, I'm not getting any more.
I've watched a couple romance anime. Horimiya on the channel.
And Kaguya-sama Love is War.
And Given. I've watched Given.
You watched Given.
I think that's it.
So if there's a kiss.
Yeah.
If there's a kiss, then it's over.
Well, not Horimiya.
Story's over.
Horimiya's so good too.
They did.
I want all the manga. I mean,
Horimiya, they did what we talked about at the beginning of this episode. So.
Yeah, true.
40 seconds.
I still want to own the manga for Kaguya-sama Love is War so bad.
The cover art for the manga is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I think it even looks really pretty next, like all in a line too.
Like the bindings.
I don't think it makes a picture, but I think like the colors are really pretty.
All right, that's all I have for this part, I guess.
Yes.
We didn't even talk about why we're splitting it up or anything into two. I don't know. We could have done full length 1, then full length 2, and then had a discussion, but we just kind of naturally.
I didn't even think about it.
Me either.
Oops.
I don't know. There's so much content in this episode, though. I love it. We're gonna be watching the other one later today, anyway. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.